The house stood alone. It was on the edge of a small village. The village was nestled among rolling hills. It was a place where life moved at a slower pace. The house was modest. It was built from sun-baked bricks. Its walls had witnessed years of laughter and sorrow. A small garden adorned the front. It boasted vibrant wildflowers. The air was often filled with the scent of jasmine. It wafted from the climbing vine. It clung to the walls. The house was a sanctuary. It was a haven from the outside world. Inside its walls, a family resided. It was a family bound by ties of kinship and a love that ran deep. Despite its simplicity, the house held within it a tapestry of emotions. It was a testament to the enduring strength of the human spirit. In the face of life's inevitable trials, it offered a refuge. It was a place to heal, to love, and to find solace. The house, though small, was filled with life. It hummed with the rhythms of daily existence. The clatter of dishes, the murmur of conversations, and the laughter of children. It was a symphony of sounds. They wove together the fabric of their lives. Each day that passed added a new thread. It enriched the tapestry. It told their story. Adel, the father, was a man weathered by life's hardships. His hands, calloused and worn, spoke of years spent toiling under the unforgiving sun. He was a man of few words, his silence masking a heart burdened by unspoken worries. Yet, when he looked at his son Youssef, a flicker of pride ignited in his weary eyes. Youssef, Adel's firstborn, was everything a father could hope for. Strong, handsome, and quick-witted. He excelled in his studies and possessed a charm that drew people to him. Adel saw in Youssef the promise of a brighter future, a future that would lift their family from the clutches of poverty. Fatima, Adel's daughter, was a quiet and gentle soul. With her large, expressive eyes and a smile that could light up a room, she possessed a beauty that was both subtle and profound. Unlike her brother, she was content to spend her days lost in the world of books, her imagination soaring with each turn of the page. Fatima adored her brother. She saw in him a hero, someone to look up to and admire. She cherished their moments together, the laughter they shared, and the stories he would tell her of his adventures. Yet deep down, a part of her yearned for her father's attention, for his love to shine upon her as brightly as it did upon Youssef. Adel's love for Youssef burned bright, a blinding beacon that cast a long shadow over Fatima. He showered Youssef with praise for even the smallest of accomplishments, while Fatima's quiet achievements went unnoticed and unacknowledged. Every word, every gesture seemed to whisper, "You're not enough." Fatima learned to navigate her father's indifference with a stoicism that belied her tender years. She buried her hurt deep within, where it festered like a wound, denied the healing balm of compassion. She found solace in her books, her imagination becoming both an escape from and a shield against the pain that gnawed at her. In the evenings, when the family gathered for dinner, Fatima would sit quietly, her eyes downcast, as Adel and Youssef engaged in animated conversations. Their laughter, like shards of glass, pierced her heart, reminding her of the chasm that separated her from her father's affections. The weight of her father's neglect pressed down on Fatima, threatening to crush her spirit. Yet she refused to be defined by his indifference. She clung to the hope that one day he would see her, truly see her, not as the daughter who paled in comparison, but as the individual she was, worthy of love and acceptance. Fatima's strength lay not in her words, but in her silence. It was a silence born not of weakness, but of an inner resilience that ran deeper than the roots of the ancient olive tree that stood sentinel at the edge of their property. She continued to excel in her studies, her notebooks filled with neat script and insightful observations. She helped her mother with the household chores, her movements graceful and efficient, and through it all she carried herself with a quiet dignity, her head held high, her spirit unbroken. Fatima found solace in the natural world around her, in the whisper of the wind through the olive branches, in the warmth of the sun on her face, in the delicate beauty of a wildflower pushing its way through the parched earth. She learned to find joy in the simple things, in the act of creation, in the pursuit of knowledge, in the quiet moments of reflection. And slowly, imperceptibly, her sadness transformed into a steely resolve, a determination to live a life filled with purpose and meaning, regardless of her father's approval.